Hola amigos, my name is Kamlesh Dave. Welcome to my YouTube channel Salud Spanish for All. Friends, in this video we will learn very important topic, that is object pronoun. Los pronombres objetos means the object pronouns. Friends, let me tell something about the object pronoun. There is subject and object and also subject pronoun and object pronoun. So basically pronouns are what? Pronouns are basically the replacement for something. Suppose subject and subject pronoun. So subject pronoun is the replacement for the subject. For example, Ronaldo is playing football. So in this sentence, Ronaldo is the subject. But in place of Ronaldo, when we use he is considered as the subject pronoun. Shakira is singing a song. So in this sentence, Shakira is the subject. But instead of Shakira, if we use she to describe Shakira, then she becomes the subject pronoun. Clear? So subject pronouns are the replacement for the subject. Same way there is object and object pronoun. So object pronouns are basically the replacement for the object. Now there are two types of object pronoun: direct object pronoun and indirect object pronoun. So first let us learn the direct object pronoun in Spanish. Me means me, te means you, then lo and la. Lo is for him, it and you, and la is for her, it and you. So this you is formal you, usted. For male we have to use lo, for female we have to use la. Same way for him and her, that you know, him is for boy and her is for a girl. That is lo and la. Now for it, we have two options in Spanish, lo and la, because it is considered as a neutral pronoun in English, but in Spanish there is no neutral pronouns. They are either masculine or feminine. So in English language, it is used to describe the non-living things, but that non-living thing is not neutral in Spanish. It is either male or female. So we have to consider the gender of that non-living thing. Suppose it is a book, then libro is masculine, and suppose it is a pen, then pen is pluma, so pluma is feminine. So for the replacement for a book we have to use lo, and for the replacement of pen we have to use la. Clear how to use lo and la? The fourth form is nos, that is for us. Fifth form os, that is for you, and the last form we have two options, los and las, for them and you both. The difference between los and las is the gender difference. Clear all the direct object pronouns? Now let us check the indirect object pronouns. Me is to me, te is to you, le means to him, to her and to you formal. So for le, third form has three meanings: to him, to her and to you formal. Nos is for to us, os is for to you, and the last form les is for to them and to you. So you can notice the third form le has three meanings: to him, to her and to you formal, and the last form les has two meanings: to them and to you formal. Now you are thorough with the direct object pronoun and indirect object pronoun, but the question is how to identify whether the pronoun is direct or indirect. Because the sentence can be without any object pronoun, there can be only one object pronoun, and there can be two object pronouns also. So whatever the pronoun, object pronoun is given in the sentence, one pronoun or two pronouns. So how to identify whether it is direct object pronoun or indirect object pronoun? So let's learn how to identify. Direct object pronouns we have to identify by asking the question with what or whom. We have to ask the question with the help of what or whom, and the answer we get is called the direct object. Now how to identify the indirect object pronoun? We have to identify the indirect object pronoun by asking to whom. Now practically we will understand later on with the help of examples how we can identify direct object pronouns and indirect object pronouns. As of now, just focus on the pronouns in Spanish. Left side all the direct object pronouns are given, and right side all the indirect object pronouns are given. Clear? Let us continue. Now the important thing is how to place. In Spanish, how we can place the direct object pronouns and indirect object pronouns. So see here, object pronouns are placed before the conjugated verb and they can be attached after the infinitive verbs. So there are two possible placements. One, it is placed before the conjugation, and second, it can be attached after the infinitive verbs. So it is not compulsory to attach after the infinitive verbs. You can place before the infinitive verb also, but you can also attach after the infinitive verb. But if the verb conjugation is given, then it should be placed before the verb conjugation. Let's try to understand this point with the help of equation. See, left side conjugated verb and right side infinitive verb. So what is the rule? The pronouns are placed before the conjugated verb and they are placed or they can be attached after the infinitive verb. So see, left side before the conjugated verb, it is written IO and DO. IO means indirect object and DO means direct object. So see, both the object pronouns are placed before the conjugation. Right side you can notice IO means indirect object and DO means direct object. They are placed after the infinitive verbs. So this is all about the placement. So clear how you can place the direct object pronoun and the indirect object pronouns in Spanish? If one pronoun is there, the same rule we have to apply. If two pronouns are given, then also we have to follow the same equation. Clear so far? Now, important note. When two object pronouns that start with L, the first pronoun changes to se. Now, these also let us try to understand. Two object pronouns that start with L means you can see the order. Whenever the IO and DO are together, you will find always the indirect object pronoun first. So for IO we have two options, lay or less, and for DO, that is direct object, we have four options, lo, la, or los or las. So with lay or less, if lo, la, los or las are given, then the first pronoun, whether it is lay or less, will change to se. So it becomes se, and then whatever the direct object pronoun is there, se lo, se la, se los or se las. This topic also we will discuss practically in examples. Then one more thing. Whenever the indirect object pronoun lay is given in the sentence, we have to specify it with AL or a ella or a usted. Because earlier we checked that the lay has three meanings, to him, to her and to you formal. So the same pronoun has three different meanings. So to remove the ambiguity, we have to specify it with AL for to him, a ella for to her and a usted for to you. Instead of AL and a ella, we can also write the name of the person. And one more thing, if the less, the indirect object pronoun sixth form less is used, the less has also two meanings. So that also we have to specify with a ellos or a ustedes. A ellos means to them and a ustedes means to you formal. Here also instead of to them, a ellos, we can give the name of the person or the name of the objects. Clear these two important notes, the placement and two object pronouns that start with L, the first pronoun will change to se. Everything is clear so far? Now we will continue with the examples. My mother buys it from the shop. So earlier friends, I told you the pronouns are basically the replacement for the object. So here it is the object pronoun and eat is the replacement for what? That is given in the bracket. Bread. Bread is the direct object, and instead of bread we have to use eat as a direct object pronoun. So now try to remember the rule. We can identify the direct object pronoun by asking what or whom. So what does my mother buy from the shop? The answer is bread. And what is the replacement for bread? Eat. So friends, bread is called the direct object and eat is called the direct object pronoun. So this placement we have to apply only when the pronouns are given. Now let's try to solve in Spanish. Mi madre lo compra de la tienda. So here compra is a verb conjugation. So what is the rule? Object pronoun should be placed before the conjugated verb. So here before compra we have to write lo. Lo is for what? Eat. Because bread is what? El pan. The gender of el pan is masculine. So for it we have to use lo. So lo compra. Next example. The students gifted it to me. Friends, in the first sentence there was only one object pronoun which was direct object pronoun. In the second sentence there are two object pronouns. So let's try to identify. The students gifted what to me? The answer is watch. So watch is the direct object and the replacement for the watch is it. So it is considered as the direct object pronoun. Second question. The students gifted it or the students gifted a watch to whom? To me. So by asking the question to whom, we get the answer to me. So here to me is considered as the indirect object pronoun. So two pronouns are there, and what is the rule for the placement? Both the pronouns should be attached, should be placed before the conjugation, and it can be attached after the infinitive verbs. So let's try to solve. Los estudiantes me lo regalaron. So here regalaron is the verb conjugation. So before regalaron we have to write me and lo. So what is the order? First we have to write the indirect object pronoun and then we have to write the direct object pronoun. So me is the indirect object pronoun for to me and lo is the direct object pronoun for it. And it is the replacement for watch. And now why lo is there for it? Because watch is el reloj in Spanish. So reloj is masculine gender, so we have to use lo. Los estudiantes me lo regalaron. So here both the pronouns me and lo are placed before the verb conjugation. Clear? First two examples, friends. Next sentence. I will give it to you. I will give what to you? Pen. So pen is the direct object and it is the replacement. I will give it to whom? I will give it to you. So by asking the question to whom, we get the answer to you. So here friends, to you is the indirect object pronoun. Now what is the gender of pen? Pen is pluma, la pluma, which is feminine. So for it here we will use la, and for to you the indirect object pronoun is te. So the sentence in Spanish is te la daré. This is the future tense. Daré means I will give. So before the verb conjugation we have placed both the pronouns te and la. Te la daré means I will give it to you. Clear friends, all these three examples. Let's continue with more examples. I know her. So see here, I know whom? I know her. By asking the question only whom, we get the answer her. So here her is also the direct object pronoun. So for him and her, him is lo and her is la. So I know her would be la conozco. Next example. Priyanka wants to give it to me. Priyanka wants to give what to me? The answer is chocolate. That is direct object pronoun. It is the replacement for it. Priyanka wants to give it to whom? To me. The answer is to me. So to me is the indirect object pronoun. Now chocolate is masculine. So for it we will be using lo. And for to me the indirect object pronoun is me. Now friends, pay attention here. Priyanka wants to give. So here two verbs are there. Wants to give. So to give is an infinitive verb in English. So what is to give in Spanish? Dar. So now recall the rule. If the infinitive verb is given, the object pronoun can be attached after it. So here we can add both the object pronouns after the infinitive verbs. Let's check. Priyanka quiere dármelo. So see here, dar means to give, and after the verb dar, me and lo, both the pronouns are attached without space. Priyanka wants to give it to me. Priyanka quiere dármelo. One more example. I want to tell you one thing. Here also friends, see, to tell is an infinitive verb. So we can attach the pronoun after the infinitive verb. Quiero decirte una cosa. I want to tell you one thing. Quiero decirte una cosa. Clear these three examples? Let's continue with more examples. Rahul will give it to her. This is future tense. Rahul give what to her? Flower. Rahul will give flower to whom? To her. So now you can identify what is direct object pronoun, what is indirect object pronoun. Rahul se la dará a ella. In bracket you can find the explanation. Le la becomes se la. So what is the rule? Whenever the two object pronouns that start with L, the first one changes to se. So actually it is Leila, but Leila becomes Sela. The direct object pronoun is la because flower is feminine. La flor. La flor is feminine. So Rahul se la dará a ella. You can also notice the object pronoun le, which is say here, is specified with a ella because le has three different meanings: to him, to her, and to you formal. So as it is used for to her here in English, in Spanish we have to specify at the end of the sentence with a ella. Rahul se la dará a ella. The next example. Dia told it to them. Dia told what to them? Truth. Dia told truth to whom? To them. Here Dia told is the past tense. Dia se la dijo a ellos. Here also see the explanation in the bracket. Les la becomes se la. Les la, two pronouns that start with L. So the first pronoun les will change to se la. So les la becomes se la, and les is specified with a ellos because it is for to them. And dijo is the verb conjugation for told. So before the verb conjugation we have to place both the pronouns se and la. Dia told it to them. Dia se la dijo a ellos. Friends, last example. My mother wants to gift it to him. My mother wants to give what to him? The answer is book, and the replacement is it. My mother wants to gift it to whom? To him. So to him is an indirect object pronoun. You can notice here to gift is an infinitive verb. So what is the rule for the infinitive verb? We can attach the pronoun after the infinitive verbs. So check the translation in Spanish. Mi madre quiere regalárselo. Regalar is an infinitive verb, means to gift. So after the verb regalar, both the pronouns se and lo are attached. Se lo. Why se lo? Actually it is le lo, but le lo becomes se lo. Why? Two pronouns that start with L. First one will change to se. Clear all the examples, friends? This is very important topic, the object pronoun. Watch this video again and again. If you have any doubts regarding the direct object pronoun or the indirect object pronoun, please feel free to write in the comment section. I will be happy to solve all your doubts. Thank you. Gracias. For the courses details of Spanish language, you can contact me on the given number. I provide online classes also for Spanish language, and different courses are available. So you can call me on the given number, you can send a text message or also WhatsApp message. Alternatively, you can also write an email to me. Gracias. Thank you.